This is a film about my second day on the TST, the Trans-Sweden Trail. In the previous episode, I arrived in southern Sweden in the afternoon after leaving from Germany. This time I wake up on a small camping near Hyltebruk and have a full day of riding ahead of me. After a pretty cold night of sleep, I woke up early with the sound of birds and the smell of grass and trees. But because I didn't have a full day of trail riding yesterday, my plan was to take a quick shower, do a simple breakfast, make a good cup of coffee, and then hit the trails before 9 o'clock. So here we are at the breakfast table. It's still early, but I thought, get a head start, make some coffee. I have some salmon left from yesterday, and it's been a very cold evening, so I'm pretty sure I can eat it at this moment. I'll just heat it up with some oil in the frying pan. I'm gonna make some coffee after that. This year I brought my hammock cup. Didn't have it with me last year. I had some crappy thermos cup, but this one is very nice because I can measure also the amount of water I can put in my in this thing. I don't know the English word for that, but we're gonna do it a little bit different this year. For those who watched my videos last year, I used the pour over method for the coffee. I brought the whole beans with me and a grinder. This year I'm doing it a bit more simple. No beans, just pre-grinded. Kokkaffe from Lemmel, if I pronounce it right in Swedish. And for boiling, I tried multiple methods, but it seems to me that the method of putting in the coffee at the beginning with the water gives the best taste. I think Matthias Eriksson did a video on that too, where he would first put in the coffee with water, or first let it boil, then put the coffee in, and then like boil it for 30 seconds or something, and then let it rest for a few minutes. But I tend to find the taste better and longer lasting when you put the coffee in with the water first. So let it sip in, let it boil, and then pour it in the cup. It gives me the most, I'd say, the strongest taste and the most long-lasting taste. Salmon does taste great. Wow. Well, that does the trick. I know it's a shame that on the GoPro you can't see the ups and downs of the hills, because I'm going upwards right now, and it's what makes this route and also the TED so great is that it's not only flat, although Sweden isn't like the most hilliest of countries, unlike Norway. You have these ups and downs of these small hills which really give a taste to the treks, so to say. So what's nice about these kind of roads in Sweden is that you're driving through the forest maybe like half an hour, 20 minutes, can't see much in front of you. You have all those twisties, and you end up in a field like this. It's totally open, and you can see somewhat more ahead with all these electrical poles. Might sound funny, but it feels like a bit of magic to me, especially because you're all by yourself. There's nobody here. And then, you know, in a moment you will hit the forests again. Yeah, I absolutely love it. The thing about Sweden is that you can encounter 10 types of gravel roads in a day. As you can see here, the gravel is pretty rough, but there's already a line which you can choose to avoid the gravel as much as possible. On other roads it might be very fine gravel, and if you're unlucky it will be so fresh that you will be sliding all over the place. Nice cows. At this moment I arrived at what looked to be an adventurous forest track. For a second the coward in me said to go back, but I decided to take my chances and find out if this was a nice small adventure awaiting me. These trails are a bit crazy, if you ask me. Oh well, see how I can get myself out of here. It's not nice. So there was a sketchy part of the Ted Blue where I'm at this moment, and from a distance I wouldn't say that was a track you could ride on. So I wanted to turn, you see, because that doesn't look at all drivable. If you see the tracks, I mean, they're very shallow, so there's not a lot of people actually riding here. So I tried to turn around and now I'm stuck on this log. I will have to find a way to get out of it, but I'll report it to the TST admin to maybe take this spot, or this track, out of the route. And first getting out of here. So as you can see, the motorcycle away from here. This was the problem I'm having. This tree, I don't know how do you call it, the base of the tree would make my wheel slip because it's very slippery. So what I did, as you can see over there, I took the luggage off, put it there, makes it a lot lighter and easier to grab, and I just pulled it sideways a bit, and then while standing next to it, put it in first gear and slowly with the clutch maneuver it out to where I could turn, walking aside next to the motorcycle. So well, as you can see, we fixed it. I'll report this to the TST admin because this is certainly not fit for use. But I'll be installing my luggage back and hitting the tracks once again. So after a long day of riding, I tried to find a shelter in the Riesveden Natuurreservat. I found a nice wild camping spot with a shelter, only to find other people already camping there. I should have joined them and introduced myself and hang my hammock in a place where I wouldn't bother them. But at that moment, that didn't cross my mind. So I chose to seek a place for myself, which I eventually found. And although it wasn't the best of places, it already started to rain, so I quickly set up camp, ate something simple for dinner, and just enjoyed the rest of the night in my hammock.